Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be day 3 of putting a 289 in a 73 Comet. On day 2, I got these muffler or exhaust pipes together. Today I'm going to drill a couple holes in the bottom and shoot screws in there just to keep this from coming apart while the engine is broke in. I'll get my drill and get to work. I'm going to get this thing hooked up on the stand better. I got to put the carburetor on it, hook the gas line up, the radiator hoses. The first thing I'm going to do though is get the bell housing situation figured out here, because I need to attach the bell housing to this stand or put some braces on. See, right now the engine's sitting on the mounts. It's kind of balanced where it is, but you still need some sort of a support, in this direction. Block plate's not here yet. I have an old one that's got kind of chewed up end there, but it'll work good enough to get the engine started. Means I'm going to put the flywheel back on, torquelize the bolts, and then I can fit the bell housing in here. And this stand has adjustments for everything. I might just be able to move this whole engine location assembly back one hole, because there's holes in the bottom brace. As long as the hole spacing is correct, I can do that. Buzz them in quick with this 1/4 inch impact. This is not going to tighten them because they need to be torqued 80 pounds. This will only get it to maybe 30. Make sure they're all snug. Okay, now I can get my torque wrench out and tighten them up. Just took a quick measurement. Just got the bell housing in position. 2-inch gap there. The holes in this frame are 2 inches apart. So I can take 2 bolts out, one on each side, lift the engine, and slide this whole engine's test stand forward 2 inches. Drop it down, and I'll be able to bolt that up somehow. That'll work. I just put a clamp on here and hold that there, and I'll drill a couple holes in the bell housing, not in his frame, and then I can bolt that together and be ready to go. That worked out great. It's on there good and solid now. Chain fall's not hooked up anymore. Next, I'm going to be putting on the starter back on that side, figuring out the gas line, get a carburetor, figure out the wiring on this engine stand, how to hook everything up. The Y pipe back on here, so still got a lot to do before I can start it up. Before I get too carried away here, since I don't know anything about this engine, I'm going to pull the plugs out, stick my boroscope down in there, and try to do this so you can see the camera screen. Stick that down in there. I can see cross hatching. I do see some rust in the walls too. L2482-0, that's 30 over piston. That one's kind of at the top, really can't get the scope in there. Move this around. See some rust on the wall there. There's rust down there too. I'm gonna have to squirt some oil in this thing before I start turning it over. Yeah. Let me go check out the other side real quick and I'll report back. Okay, the other side looked the same as this side. It's got some surface rust on the wall. The smart thing would be to squirt some oil in there. And before I start turning it over, though, I should prime the engine with the oil pump dry shaft. I'm going to take the valve covers off so I can see oil come out of the rockers. I have a 50-50 mix of trans fluid and oil. I'm going to mix this up good, get a funnel, put it in all the cylinders, and let it soak for a while. The owner said the oil in there was just regular oil, so I drained that out. I poured out what was in the filter, and I'm going to put in 5 quarts of Lucas engine break-in oil SAE 30. Got my funnel in where the distributor was. Drain plug is back in. I'm going to fill it up. That's the distributor. No gear on the bottom. So I can just put a drill motor on this and turn it. And drop it down in there. That goes counterclockwise for the oil pump. I have an oil pressure gauge right there. Alright, I got a plug in the wall drill that has a keyed chuck, so this should work. Over 60 psi. Alright, got some more dripping on this side. Still got a couple dry ones. Most of these here at least have oil in them, if not dripping. I'm going to rotate the engine 90 degrees and continue to do this. I put some oil drain pans under the engine to catch any drops, because the cylinders are full of oil. Let me get this on that bolt. And when I turn it, it's probably going to push oil out. So there is oil come out of all of them. Got another problem. I put the starter in, hooked it up, and hit the starter's button to see if things are going to work right. The starter does not engage in the flywheel or flex plate because the flex plate is too small. It needs a bigger diameter flex plate. It's kind of a job stopper right now. Murphy likes to do stuff like that to me. I have to take it off the engine stand, or not off the engine stand, but I got to remove the bell housing to get the flex plate off there. So I get to undo a lot of what I just did. Since I have this bell housing all the way up against the backstops here, I think I'm going to have to loosen the engine cradle from the frame, slide it forward so I can get the bell housing out. You know, let's see. I already spent 3 hours in here today doing this, and now I got to undo a lot of it. Murphy. It's not going to get done with me complaining. I just got to get doing. Okay, this is what I just pulled off of there. This is what it needs. 28 ounce. You can see, I think you can, it's a bigger diameter. That should allow the starter to engage. All right, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours later, but I got the bell housing back on. The engine's bolted back to the stand. I put the carburetor on, dropped the distributor in. I got the water temperature sender hooked up, oil pressure gauge. I think I've got the distributor wired into the switch panels on this test stand. I still need to do the radiator hoses, plug off this heater hose fitting, and run a gas line and stuff like that. Oh, I got the gas line. That's right. It's here. I got to hook it up with the carburetor. Okay, so gas line's on. And it's getting real close to starting up. But that's going to be probably in 2 days. I can't do much more tonight. Won't be around tomorrow. So that's going to be the end of day 3, putting a 289 and a 73 Comet. I'm just going to write it down as 4.5 hours labor today. So it's up to this point, it's 12 hours total labor. Stay tuned to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.